Heyo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and we're gonna do one last video on Too Many Nights. I feel like two videos is just not enough to cover it, really, and I know it's the next week, but I think it's still worth doing one more video on it, and then we'll continue on. I also plan on playing games other than FNAF games very soon. I have this other roguelike game that I'm really excited to play for you guys, or play with you guys, rather, called Super Psycho Baseball. I'm so good at it, I promise. I'm not horrible at all at it. But without further ado, I'll go ahead and do what I have to. Ask the YouTuber mandated question. Could you subscribe, please? I'm trying to make this into a true community, and I would love for you to be involved with that. I know that this does work. Asking for subscribers does work. However, it's not worked yet for some reason. I don't know why. But I would like anyone to subscribe, really. I would like anyone to join this community. And if you would also like that, please join. It'll more people who join, the more people who will join. And once again, the goal is to reach 100 subscribers before the end of this spring semester, which is sometime in May. I'm not certain, to be honest with you. But without further ado, let's play someone else. Let's play as Evan this time. We've talked about Bonnie, we've talked about Freddie, we've talked about Percy, talked about Coral, talked about Lydia, talked about Kyle and Bob, and we've talked about Maggie. I'm gonna go with Maggie for this. I just threw my phone on the floor. 1 second. Who else should we go with? I mean, we've seen Maggie, and to be honest, this is the one where I'm just gonna try to get as far as possible. I'm not gonna pick people just because we haven't played against them. I'm gonna try to go as far as possible. And to do that, I think I want an office run. So I want Coral and Percy. Because I think office runs are much easier than camera runs. Just because you don't have to be flipping. You can just see all you need to do. Let's see. Blinding. You have to use your flashlight on Coral for a while before closing the door on him. That seems really annoying. Uh, do it myself. Once you deal with Maggie's puppet, he will dash to the opposite door quickly. Hmm. Also, the next character you'll add will immediately be set to their max aggression. That's that's a rough one. I think we'll probably have to do it myself. We'll just have to remember, uh, the moment we close the door on his puppet, we have to close the door on the other side. But not too soon, or else you'll just take our power. Alright. And he's going to the right. This is literally what we're going to be doing. We'll be sitting here. There's Percy. Yeah, that's nice and simple. We can take care of Percy. He's on the right. Maggie's on the right. Now he's on the left. Close that. Wait for him to knock. Yes. He's on the right again. See, this is a really good one for this because we can actually see Maggie along with hearing him move, which makes this a lot easier, especially because I do not play with headphones on a lot of the time, unless it's necessary, just because if I can actually hear myself talk, it's a lot easier to do this kind of video being able to hear yourself because I can actually hear how I'm talking. They are very active, and I know that's because we're Evan, but honestly, I think his name's Dave. Dave just makes more sense, and it ties into why uh, William used Dave as a fake name in the books. Makes more sense that way. But Kaiden, we're definitely going with Ink Monstrosity here. I've explained all what they do. Um, Less room, one less choice picking characters. Aggressive Percy. When you deal with Percy, he'll stay at his last stage once. Interesting. Less power. We're just gonna go less room. We're gonna get a lot of uh penalties because we are Evan. This is what we're gonna be doing pretty much every night. For a bit is just gonna be this. I don't actually know if once he dashes, if we could just leave the other door open or the other door closed. I know if we leave it closed, well, the puppet's attacking, it'll drain power. He's gonna attack. Yeah, you're about to attack. Knock, knock, knock. See, look how much easier, even with the extra aggression, how much easier this is with only office characters. It's noticeably different, noticeably easier. Because you can deal with multiple characters at a time. You also gain a whole heck of a lot more money. Especially, I mean, it also helps that we're Evan, so we get 1.5 times to all of our money. But we have Venus and we have Lizzie. What was Lizzie? I don't think we've talked about Lizzie. She is a character made by Scott D. and It Dear, and voice acted by Ultimate Cram Salesman. While our cameras are up, some of her biddy buds will enter our room. We use our flashlight on them to make them leave before they can call an Izzy, which we don't open our cameras currently, so that's fine. Even if we did, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. More room, flashlight batteries flashlight never no longer drains. See, that's not good. Like power's not a problem. Power drains slightly faster, but a power generator is added to the maintenance room. We're just gonna buy that. So I lost one of these once, uh, purely because I had my hand in the wrong spot. So pretty much everything is tied to your keyboard. Everything except aiming the mouse, basically, and controlling the cameras. Like once you get in them, is controlled by your keyboard. And keyboard binds are great. I think they're a great asset to have in any uh, FNAF fan game and or game. I mean, UCN, I mean, some would say UCN is a keyboard hell, where the majority of the game is played on the keyboard, even though it is a click game or click team game. Actually, I don't know if UCN is made with click team or not. That's a great question. I've never thought about that. Um, but I would really like to know your guys' favorite FNAF fan games and favorite FNAF games, like in the comments. That would be great to know. Uh, I had a crazy week, like first week of school this semester, the beginning of the semester. It was crazy. So I quit my one job and immediately got a new job, and I have orientation for it tomorrow actually. Which will be cool. We're definitely taking shrimp here, or do we take Moldy? Because he will really do nothing actually for us. He won't do hurt or harm. Speedy Bud. I think we take that because why don't we? Anyway, so I quit my original job because I just wouldn't get enough hours. It wasn't their fault, but it just wasn't. And so I literally same week got interview and new job, uh, which is great because obviously this isn't a job. I don't make money doing this, doing YouTube. You don't make money doing YouTube until you're like, I don't know, like 100,000 subscribers, something like that. But some would say with YouTube I've had like an identity crisis. I've had like four different channels technically, and it's gonna take a lot of power, but well, I can't really do anything about it. Had a lot of channels actually. I think I've had at least four. I had one called Slayer 1519 back when I was like 10. I had one called Slayer Plays. Oh, I unlocked a new character. I unlocked Fritz. That's awesome. We could check him out after the game. Um, but uh I had one called Gaming Engineer because I'm going for engineering. Technically, I already have a degree for engineering, but also the ringmaster does nothing to hurt or harm us at all. Places the videos of plush Lizzies which are harder to see. Doesn't matter. We're not opening our cameras. But yeah, like I had Slayer 1519, which is a dumb name I made up when I was like I said a kid. Oh, I died. I double clicked by accident.
A job well done by me.
He has such a weird, like, funky voice. I kind of like it, but very 8-bit. Where's Maggie? Why is Maggie just not here? That's so weird. Anyway, yeah. But I had Slayer 1519, I had Slay Plays, I had one called Gaming Engineer, one called Soul Engineer, which was going to be like an ARG channel, either where I talked about ARGs that were going on, or made my own, or both. I was thinking about that. Never happened. Had this great idea for a story for ARG and everything. Just never did it. I don't know why, really. Um, but I eventually was like, you know what? I needed like a name that actually is me and not just some username that no one's gonna really care about. And I was like, oh, my name's Carl. It starts with a K. That isn't very super common. I mean, it's a German name. It's so Germans spell things funny sometimes. Uh, most Carls are spelled with a C. So I was just like, cool. My name's with a K. I'm Carl with a K. Also, it was like a nickname in high school for a bit. I don't know if kids even care about this, but that's what I don't know. Okay, well, here's the thing. No matter what we do, oh, we can just pick Worm, and when he gets in, we just put on our mask and we can still do things. Yeah, that's easy. We can get a life. We are good. Removes 2 random penalties. That's awesome. Awesome. One of those actually meant something. One of them definitely did not. One more option when picking penalties and shop items, but one less when picking characters. Nah, that's fine. Already done. Oh, there we go. I was like, I don't remember what button does. Shift. Shift is uh yeah. Worm's easy. Worm's easy. Okay, cool. Uh low key, I don't know what the heck happened to uh Magi. He's just gone. After I died to him, he's just gone. I don't know why. I think it maybe glitched out, but I'm not certain. But it's making this game a whole lot, heck of a lot easier because he was the only one I was even like remotely close to dying to most of the time because of just like uh reaction time. I don't know why I went quiet there for a second. Like I was just like for some reason I was just focused on the game. But yeah, no, I definitely plan on playing games that aren't FNAF games very soon. I don't want this to be a quote unquote FNAF game channel very much. With Robo Popcakes, can she even spawn if we never open the monitor? Or will she spawn and we won't know it and then we'll just die to her? I say we find out. Visimagi? Well, he's kind of not there anyway. I don't know where he is, but that might fix him. Don't be surprised if we get jump scared by Robo Popcakes like very soon. Because I don't know if. Oh yeah, no, we have to. Oh my gosh, that is. Whew, I made a mistake by selecting Robo Popcakes. That is a mistake I will not live to regret because I'm going to die from to her. Oh, Magi's back. He's to the right, now he's to the left.
Hey, go get him.
I pressed the wrong button. I pressed shift instead of
Oh,
pressing
so
A. That's
it's
so
really that.
annoying. Oh, it's a lot personal to me, actually. Okay, Magi's still here at least. He's not broken. He's on the right.
Hey, go get him.
He's on the right.
Go, go.
There is. Oh, yeah, there is no way. There was no way. Oh, we got less far than we did with the other ones. Oh, dang. Well, no. That's the last one I'm gonna do of this game, at least for a while. Dang. No, that's crazy. Whew. 3 deaths in a row on night 7 is nuts. None of them got past 2 a.m. Um, who is that? The first death on night 7? Is that? That must be, this lady. Yeah. What are you name? Coral? That's the one that just shows up in the window, in the doors. Anyway, next game I want to play actually will either be um a FNAF game or it will be that Super Psycho Baseball. I think it's like gonna be a great one to just do like this where you get one run in, if you win you lose, whatever. Unless it's like a quick run. If I lose on like the first guy, I might just do one more run just to do quick. I don't want to post a 10-minute video. I mean, I'm gonna post a 20-minute one, but that's that's double the length of a 10-minute video because that's how math works. Anyway, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you like me telling stories as we do things. I can definitely just like like tone out the game basically and just talk. Like I can 100% just do that. And like I said, please subscribe. I want to hit that 100 subscribers mark before the end of the semester, and I really would love if any of you would join with that. And I just love it, honestly. I would just be a blessing to me. I got an SD card and an SD card reader because my laptop does not have an SD card reader, which I think is dumb. Anyway, and that's how I have a bunch of games. Oh, I dropped it. I have a bunch of games on it, and that's how I've been playing games for y'all. So if you ever have an idea of like, hey, you can't afford like a SSD, like or like a portable, like actual, what they're called, the disk drives. If you can't afford those, it's fine. Go get like a $10 SD card reader and like a $15 SD card. I have an Extreme Plus SanDisk. It's 250, it's 56 gigabytes, and it's literally perfect for what I do. So, anyway, thank you guys for watching, and if you liked it, please subscribe. For real. Uh, thank you guys just for watching. Like honestly, it's great that anyone watches, even if they're not subscribed. It's still great. Just to see the view number go up is wonderful to me. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Peace out, dudes.